Rangers,
all the way,
here we go,
here we go,
here we go,
here we go.
C-130 rolling down the strip,
C-130 rolling down the strip.
airborne daddy gonna take a little trip,
Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip.
mission unspoken, destination unknown,
Mission unspoken, destination unknown.
don't even know if we're ever coming home.
Don't even know if we're ever coming home.
When we did it in Afghanistan, I wore the plate carrier, and then I wore like this huge Columbia jacket over the plate carrier when we did that, flying around in the winter. But then we did a training mission at Fort Campbell, and I remember that I never knew little birds could fly that fast. Like my 300 Windman was like
when they were doing
race
tracks and stuff, and we do the fast roping and do the lip landings during the training at Fort Campbell, that was amazing.
Yeah.
They were like, and you're like completely like staring at the ground.
Yeah.
You're like sitting there, but you're like looking straight down.
Yeah.
You're like, this is awesome.
Fort Campbell, is that where we hit
We
that,
hit,
like castle?
We hit the prison. We hit the
there's
prison.
a prison over there.
That movie, yeah. I remember I was we were clearing something, and it was so dark, and there were nods. It was just green. It didn't pick anything up. There was no ambient light for it to pick up, and like we hear all the ghost stories from the prison and shit.
Yeah.
Even when they filmed the movie, like I forget what movie it was, like
The Last Castle.
Last Castle and another one, I think. But they said even the production crew from there, they had like weird shit happening. So we're like doing an objective on this castle, and we're fucking in a room. It's so dark, and nods don't even work. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Time to go.
Yeah. No,
Can't sleep.
that was fun. That was a blast.
Yeah, no, that was a good training mission we did over there.
Freaking clearing a castle.
Well, it was actually a
Prison.
jailhouse,
Yeah, like
Old school prison.
yeah. We also did the elementary school.
Columbus.
Yeah, right outside,
We-
right outside the gate.
That was
yeah.
on Near Victory Drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right next to
we
Victory
had
Drive.
regular army be like a art
Why the
floor
hell did we do
or something.
that?
I don't know.
What was the purpose
It-
of doing?
I don't know
it was
because D'Onofrio
PMT.
beat the shit out of a guy that didn't want to play the game or something, and Cabral's like, D'Onofrio, get him. And he's like, D'Onofrio smash. And this dude was like a freaking master sergeant or something, and he was upset because we were rough with one of his guys. Like, go figure.
Yeah.
So he was in like Cabral's face, and Cabral took a step back. He's like, D'Onofrio, and he like sicked the dog on him, dude. And D'Onofrio was like, doof, boof, like slammed him down and like hog tied him. And then like Sergeant Major freaking, it might have been Merritt.
No, it was Sergeant Major Walker had to take
Walker,
that,
that's what it was,
had to
Walker,
take that
yeah.
role player out.
Yeah, so
the
Walker
guy's basically
tried to
crying at
like
that
calm
point.
it all down. I was like, why would you use regular army? Like,
Yeah, they don't understand.
they know we're gonna freaking.
Especially if you try to like resist. these
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
I mean,
Our playtime is a little different than what you might be used to.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I couldn't believe it. That was good times.
That's the deployments, man. For me, well, shit, both Iraq and Afghanistan. At first, Afghanistan, pretty much was slow. Sucked. We worked with the was it SEAL Team 6 guys.
Yeah.
And that was slow. Then 2009 is when it really picked up. Big time. Shit, it was freaking epic, man. I think I lost all my spotters pretty much from falling down in wells and all types of other different things, man. But my cyber team, we killed more fighters, Taliban fighters, and bombs dropped that entire fucking deployment. It was epic, man. Dropped a lot of guys.
unreal. When I was in Afghanistan, I think we did like 16 missions.
Yeah, it was like the normal.
Something like
it was
that,
normal.
yeah.
And
Afghan-
guys were getting out because we're going to
Dying to
Afghanistan,
yeah.
wanted to stay in Iraq, and then because when did Iraq die down for us?
I mean, the last deployment I did,
I mean,
I've been back from my last deployment. Basically, like right now, I got back from my last deployment
I tell you, in
5 years ago
In Iraq.
in Iraq.
in 2000, in
and that was
2009,
2008, like the very beginning of 2000.
So around 2008 when we
Yeah. My last deployment
in
was
2009, there were
Iraq
still
in 08.
Rangers in Iraq, but it was like
Just a stable
They,
unit.
it was like Afghanistan. They maybe see
Yeah.
a handful of missions.
Yeah.
But for political reasons, they weren't allowed to do much.
Yeah.
And it actually ended up, my ODA ended up doing a lot of the stuff that previously.
Well, yeah, the ROE changed. Like, I mean, from my first deployment to Iraq
Mhm.
to my last deployment
You
to
had to
Iraq,
have- you had to have
the
gym
ROE
partners.
was so much different. I mean, I was telling him yesterday, we were talking about just like what you were allowed to do
Yeah.
and like shooting at vehicles and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, I mean,
Curfews and
yeah, and curfew stuff. I mean, I remember my first deployment in Iraq, we were authorized, anybody who had, if we were out at night and there you saw a person with a shovel in their hand,
Yeah,
they were shot
yeah.
on sight because they had a shovel because they were
Yeah.
digging in so many IEDs on the road.
that,
So it's like,
cell phones.
you
out
try
there.
to tell somebody that now and they're going to be like,
Yeah.
whoa, but they don't this is the thing that makes me upset is because these people that don't know, they haven't been there, they don't have a realization of really what the octave was like, what it's like, the danger that we're actually taking. I mean, remember there was that circle in Mosul, Yarmouk circle?
Yeah.
That thing had been hit, like, in the previous year, there was like over 200 IEDs that had gone off in one circle, and people wondering why we're paranoid about
People with
IEDs and
shovels
stuff, and
cell
people with
phones
shovels
after
and stuff, and they're like,
Yeah.
you can't do that. And it's like, oh, why the hell can't we do that? They're killing people by like masses of
Well,
people.
the thing was, like, the Iraqis, I mean, God, I don't understand why they drove like that. Like, if you're a civilian in a combat zone, why would you swerve in between a convoy of military vehicles?
Or even like,
And you got the RWS on top, just locked in on it.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know.
well, that mission where Cap and Fleming got messed up with the grenades.
Sleepwalker?
No, that was the grenade that got dropped.
Grenade that got dropped. When we were coming back, Medeiros opened up on a car because he was coming into our between the strikers, and he shot the engine block with the 50 cal.
Yeah, I
And we
remember
were
that.
being followed by conventional army units because it was daylight, so we didn't have our guys flying with us. And they turned us in. They turned us in for
The pink team.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, the pink team, and we
Yeah,
were
and they
like,
turned
yeah,
us
there's a
in
reason
for,
why they call it
like-
the pink team.
They said the Rangers are shooting everybody.
Yeah, like
That
We
was
also-
our ROE though, was to shoot the engine block of the car. It's just a warning more. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was more of a warning, like, hey, if you don't stop or move out of the way, we're gonna continue.
and they
firing.
also don't understand. We just got
Which I don't see
fucking
anything wrong with.
blown the fuck up. We're coming off of an extremely high adrenaline mission. Like our guys are freaking bleeding. We're going to the cache, and a car jumps in front of you. You're gonna shoot it, you know. And then
But
we
regular
have
army,
conventional army
yeah.
fucking.
Well, you
turning
guys
us in.
remember when the task force commander and sergeant major came down and gave us like a little talking to?
What?
It was bizarre.
You're
man.
not threatened if you're the RWS gunner or whatever it was. Are you talking about Sergeant Major Walker?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like it was like the actual like special operations task force commander.
Oh, you're talking.
Oh,
You're talking
okay.
about Colonel
Yeah.
Pete Tommaso came down.
I don't remember the
No.
dude's name,
Uh,
but they came down and they gave us like a
think
little
so.
like, we just want to make sure you guys are all right. And it's like, hey man, we're killing bad guys. What do you want from us? You know.
Yeah.
You gave us this mission. We're doing it. You know.
That's what I don't get about, like, when you interact
You-
or do ops with regular Army guys and stuff like that, it's just different ROE. We're doing on, operating on a different playing field, and they're,
Well, I think it's a
just-
different mentality. It's
Yeah,
like
different
you
mentality.
can't hit a beehive with a bat and then get mad at the bees. So like when you set a freaking company or platoon of rangers somewhere, they're just gonna literally fuck shit up.
Yeah.
It's
You've been trained
it's
to do it for
ingrained
years,
in you
Yeah.
to just destroy shit. And then, I mean, that might come
Yeah,
off
that-
kind of bad, but
Well,
I
it kills
mean,
me
it's
especially
true,
is
though.
they get butthurt that you're killing terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like this is what.
But you blew open their door with the,
Yeah.
freaking backpack charge or something like that.
I mean, I don't know. The people get this idea that we're just over there, killing
Destroying
innocent people
people,
left and right. I mean, I do remember that when we had an objective and we blew somebody's door and it was not the right objective,
Yeah.
the PL would hand
Hand them
them
in.
like
Checks,
$75,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
$75, I'm telling you, a door in Iraq does not cost
No.
$75
It's like
in
what?
US cash.
Fucking $1.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
so they just basically said, "Hey, we're sorry
Yeah.
about that."
Yeah.
So we're doing things
That was
like
a lot in Mosul, too.
yeah, we did that all the time. I mean, remember
Well,
they
do you,
used to
do
carry
you
out a big
remember when we
broadcast?
blew the same guy's door down in like 3 consecutive nights? The same dude over and over because the intel geniuses kept saying there's a bad guy there. And go blow his door down, raid his house, no bad guys there. The next night, There's a bad guy there. Wait, didn't we just hit that last night? Shut up, there's a bad guy there.
It'd be like a piece
down.
every time it's like a piece of plywood like posted up there.
We blew his door down 3 nights in a row.
This guy's sitting in a
Yeah.
Iraqi strip club, man, making it rain.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He's like, U.S. government.
Keep it going. I love these Ranger guys.
They're buying my plywood.
Yeah, sometimes there has to be a sanity check on what motivates us or what triggers us to go and hit an objective. I saw the same thing when I was in SF, and they had us go and actually it was JSOC wanted to go and raid this guy's house all the time, and just to keep Rangers and JSOC and everyone else from going and ruining rapport and TLFR, we'd say, okay, no, we'll go ahead and we'll do this raid, quote unquote, for you. And we hit this house like every other, maybe once a month. We hit the same house, and it got to the point where we just go there, knock on his door. Hey, what's up? It's the SF guys again. We go in, drink some tea with them, and then say, okay, bye. It was like we knew for a fact that there were no bad guys there. The family had been a victim of terrorism. It was just like a technical reason why on the intelligence side they felt there was terrorists living in this house. So it just gets stupid after a while. It's like maybe you should take our word for it at a certain point rather than having us, sending in the boys over and over and over it again. The definition of insanity.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's definitely some times in the time where it was like that, where you're like, are we insane? I'm pretty sure we've been doing this over and over, and it's not working.
Yeah.
And but overall, I mean, I look back at my experiences and I wouldn't trade anything for
No.
I would not ever. I wouldn't trade anything for the experiences that I had, the time that I spent there.
The people you meet, like, you miss the people, like, when you get out, like, totally, 100%. Like, it's
the last time I saw
friend.
You miss the chow hall.
Yeah,
Those breakfasts,
well,
man.
supposedly now it sucks. Now it's all freaking the whole
Which one,
post
in,
can eat there or
Italian?
something. Yeah,
No.
the whole post can eat there, and then
Bullshit, dude.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, like what's his face put on Facebook, and like there's a in the parking lot of battalion.
No,
it says I am a woman and I'm also a soldier, and like it's a
Where is this
sticker in battalion. This is in 3rd Bat. Like it's open to post.
Dude, if the legs can eat there, you might as well shut it down.
Yeah.
Why does it even exist?
They allowed the legs to eat there to keep it open.
To keep it open, why would they have to shut it down?
Budget.
What?
Because you know how
Yeah.
we were budgeted for 1.5 meals per ranger in battalion. That's why we had such an offer. Like every Wednesday was like surf and turf and shit.
Yeah.
Steaks
We get
and fucking
prime rib and lobster. dude.
Yeah, right. We're like king crab, like all that stuff. But then when you go to training and you go to a regular army post, they would be like, "You already got your starch. You can't have this." Like,
I'm like, well,
that's not how it was in battalion. But now that's open for anyone. They just come and pay in
someone
Fort
needs to be smack in the face.
So, well, yes. But it's a free for all now. It's no different than any other chow hall on post.
Why are they not getting fucking balled up, man, when they go to the damn chow hall? I would.
Because
that was mine, like,
they need them to keep them open.
I've definitely seen
we're the
people
only
get kicked out of there
unit
before.
that has our own chow hall on our own compound. Like,
Dude, that compound, they're not even supposed to be on that compound.
No.
Exactly, yeah. It's all gated off.
I remember stories of guys telling me they used to ball up MPs that would get out of the car.
That's happened.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's insane.
One short guy did it. One fucking small guy rolled up some MP for coming on our compound, just rolling around.
Yeah? Yeah, like, because they can drive through, but they can't get out unless there's a call.
They can respond to calls and stuff like
They
that.
respond to calls,
But they can't just loiter and stuff.
Yeah,
like
right.
that,
Yeah.
MP guy.
I mean, we all know MPs aren't real cops anyways, so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
With a flexible sense.
I got a ticket, a speeding ticket overseas, man, from an MP.
Oh,
overseas?
Okay. I'll tell you one
Yes,
thing.
yes.
The first deployment in Bagram,
We gotta get off.
First deployment in Bagram, we did. This was before there was even like wood hooches. We were living in GP mediums. There was no KFC. There was no coffee shops.
No Burger King?
No Burger King?
No Green Bean?
There was none of this stuff. Dude, this
The
was still,
massage parlor.
this was like still way earlier when like, what is it? That road right there, Disney. It's like right
Yeah.
there. It was like there was really nothing on it. You know. I think actually there was like that. The first place they got, I think, was like the Green Beans Coffee
Green Bean,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
Green
that was
Bean
it.
Coffee.
That was like the only place that was there. And I remember guys were driving and an MP pulled them over and gave them no seatbelt tickets, and we didn't even have fucking seatbelts in the vehicle. And they're like, I mean, they're completely stripped down GMPs. Yeah. There's no doors on them, no windshields, no roofs, no nothing.
There was always an issue
leaving
the compound with our GMPs because we didn't have doors and shit on them.
Dude, I went to the...
They always had to call it up because conventional armory, they leave in these up armored Humvees and they got these blast doors on.
Yeah,
we roll out of the fucking frame and engine pretty much.
Yeah,
dude, Bagram Airfield was a shit show.
When I got my speeding ticket, I'm like, I asked the MP, what do I do with this? You know, like, am I going to go to court or something? Like, where do I go? He's like, give it to your commander. Roger that. You know, throw that away. Yeah. I'm going to really give that to him. Got a speeding ticket in combat.
You're like, so this is only... Okay,
yeah.
Because they ask you what unit you're with, you're like, OD.
What is it? What is it?
OCF.
OCF. OCF, oh, yeah. Yeah. Say I'm, Hey, you forgot your unit patch. Oh shit, man! You know that. And what do you guys do? My best one was I repaired ejection seats.
In-flight missile repair.
Yeah, I repaired ejection seats for the Black Hawk helicopters, man. All right.
I remember you guys would get yelled at by the legs because you'd come out of the chow hall and put your magazine back in your weapon like some first sergeant.
Yeah.
You slapped your magazine in your bag? Well, that's how you have ADs.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Okay, actually, that's not how a gun works.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it works like
you have ADs because you're horribly trained.
Gosh, that's why on my Facebook account it says under like past experience of what I did in the 3rd Ranger Battalion. I was a humanitarian worker in Iraq.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I read books to the school children every night. Little orphans.
You know, I watched.
I worked for Greenpeace.